Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're getting the car ready, the Trans Am, for a Cars and Coffee event in the morning. It was kind of late notice. I believe I received the notification, I don't know, somewhere around Tuesday or Wednesday that this was happening this Saturday. It's supposed to be pretty cool. They're going to be taking some exotics out there, some Lambos, McLarens, things like that. And they're going to be doing a road course out there. And then, of course, they're doing a little Cars and Coffee car show. So we're going to take the Trans Am out there, possibly the Chevelle as well. The Trans Am, all we're going to do this evening is just clean it up a little bit. Maybe hit it with some detailer. It's a black car, so as you know, black cars, man, you're always cleaning. You clean before the show, you clean on the way to the show, you clean at the show, you clean during the show, after the show. I mean, you're just always wiping black cars down. It is what it is, right? But we all love black cars, so you got to do what you got to do. So the only thing we're going to be doing is on the car is cleaning up the radiator support. Kind of bothers me ever since we finished the car. The radiator support was a little nasty. I don't like it. It's got some surface rust on it, stuff like that. So this evening, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some Scotch-Brite pads and I'm just going to scuff it all down, right? I'm probably going to remove these stickers. You can buy these stickers anywhere. These are, I can tell these are not the factory stickers, even though it does still mention that it's a 400 and whatnot. I don't believe it's the factory sticker, so I'm just going to remove it. That one is obviously not the factory sticker, so I'm just going to remove those and then give it a good scour down with the Scotch-Brite pads and then repaint it. I'm probably going to repaint these strut bars as well. I don't like these in silver. I don't know if that's a factory deal or not, but I'm just going to repaint them in black as well. Idea is just to kind of paper the front of the car as much as I can with some newspaper or some plastic or whatever I have here to use, and we'll just clean it all up, make it look a lot better than what it looks right now. Because, you know, you're at a car show, you open the hood for people to check out your LS swap, and the first thing that stares them in this face is this right here. And I don't like that. I don't like this either. I did order the piece that goes here from a company, but it's not here yet, so we're still waiting on that. What we're going to be using is just some scuffing pads from the local auto parts store. We're going to put a little filter on this little port right here, just to, you know, give it some ventilation. It does have a filter there, and it does run a PCV valve as well. But we'll just throw that on there, see how it looks. If I don't like the way it looks, I'll remove it and I'll throw a rubber cap on there. The other thing we're going to be doing this evening is we're going to be replacing the oil filter. We already did the first oil change after the initial break-in. We've already put fresh oil in it, so all I'm going to do is throw a new oil filter in it. This is the oil filter I got from O'Reilly Auto Parts. It's HP 1017. So we're going to put one of those on there. For oil, our preferred oil is always the VR1 racing oil, the 2050 Valvoline. Some guys might say, man, that's a pretty heavy oil. For our area, I mean, it's 85 degrees, 90 degrees in the winter here, right? So we always use that oil. I don't need the high zinc because it's a roller cam anyway, but that's the oil we use on everything. All our LS engines, the big block in the Chevelle, and we've never had any issues. We've never eaten up lifters. We've never eaten up cams. It just seems to work really well. One thing I forgot to mention on the last video with regards to the oil filter, on the oil pans for the swaps, beware, the newer oil pans for the F-bodies come with a different thread pitch than the original F-body oil pans. So if you get just a regular oil pan off of a 1998 to 2002 F-body to use on your swap, then you can use just, you know, whatever the filter is that you would use at that from your local auto parts store. If you buy an aftermarket oil pan, as we did, the oil pan I got it from BRP Hot Rods, make sure you ask for a 2008 and up oil filter. Okay, 2008 Corvette oil filter. It's a metric thread. It's an M22 thread, and it is different from the standard F-body oil pan. So keep that in mind when you're doing your LS swap. Don't get if you do have the newer oil pan, don't get the old thread and then try to put don't get the the new oil pan and then try to get the old threaded filter and try to put it on there, you're gonna mess up your threads on your oil pan. So from what I understand, there was an update done because people were having a really hard time removing the oil filter. So there was an update where they changed the pitch. So again, you have to go 2008 and up oil filter when you get an oil pan for the LS swap. If you're not sure, then you know what? Get one for like a 2006 Corvette and get one for like a 2008 Corvette, and then try one or the other. Whichever one goes on nice and easy, that's the one you need. The other one, you'll know right away if it's the wrong one. Externally, they both look the same, so just be careful with that. So about maybe 10 minutes of sanding, and it's actually looking much better already. Like I said, my goal is not to do body work here. It's just to sand off some of the surface rust, flatten out the panel, and just clean it up. These bars here, I'm not going to remove because there is an adjustment, as you can tell here. Yeah, there is an adjustment for the nose. So I'm not going to mess with those. I'm just going to sand over them and just paint over them for now. Like I said, I don't want to mess with anything having to do with adjustment of the nose on the car. These pieces here, I also don't like the way they look. I might just go ahead and sand those down and paint them black as well. But yeah, the stickers came off really easy. As I said, this was definitely not a factory one. It looked like a factory one, but you can tell that it was a fairly new sticker. I used the old heat gun on there, and you can tell that this is a fairly new sticker. If this was a factory sticker, they usually go applied on wet paint, so you would never get these off unless you really had to scrape them off. And I used a razor scraper. That's why I took some of the paint off, and then of course I used the heat gun, so it took some of the paint off. And I'm pretty sure this is not factory paint at all anyway. So I'm gonna finish sanding all this, clean all that up. I removed the bars that I had talked about earlier. Got these out. I'm gonna go ahead and sand those down, paint them black, and then I removed the this little hood spring that makes a hood pop up. Probably sand that down, paint that black as well. Oh, the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove some of these lines to try to clean things up. See, we still have all the factory AC stuff here. So since we're going to replace all this stuff anyway with new stuff from Vintage Air, I'm gonna see if I can remove some of that. I think I might have to heat some of that stuff up with a heat gun or with a torch to get those fittings loose. And I'm just gonna remove all that stuff, put it away in a box, and that's it. That's just in an effort just to try to clean it up a little bit before we go to the Cars and Coffee in the morning. So yeah. All right, let me keep working on this. We'll be right back. Freshly washed ZL1 Camaro. I think it's going to the Cars and Coffee tomorrow as well. We have a problem with too many cars, not enough drivers. So, but it's cleaned up. We just gotta hit it with some detailer, window cleaner, some tire shine, and she'll be good to go. Chevelle, honestly, the Chevelle, what we normally do with it, we just kind of dust it off with a California duster, and it's good to go. I mean, there's really nothing else to do. So we're done with the Trans Am for tonight. We're done with the detailing work that we were gonna do. Woo, so what do you guys think? Man, I know for you guys it was just a quick second. For me, it's been probably about 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer of cleaning and painting and detailing. So overall, I mean, from what it was before to what it is now, I mean, huge difference. We cleaned up all the AC junk out of the way. All the hoses are gone. I made sure to cap everything off. We are going to keep the AC system. We're going to put a Vintage Air system in it. So for right now, I just went ahead and capped everything off. Kind of tucked away all the wires and all the vacuum lines to make sure that when we do the AC system, everything will be easy to find. So that really made a huge difference in the engine bay and cleaning everything up. We painted the I don't know, what do they call this, a radiator support or a header panel? You guys tell me in the comments what you think it is. I've always just called it a radiator support. Some people call it a header panel. But yeah, it's like I said, we sanded it down. We threw some roll bar paint. We've had good success with the roll bar paint. What I like about it, here, and I'll show you what I used. So the paint we used was VHT roll bar and chassis paint. I like this paint because it lays down really nice. On some other paints, some other automotive paints, they kind of lay down all blotchy. And the roll bar paint, we've used it on several different cars to prep the chassis before an engine, or maybe we're just detailing. And the VHT roll bar and chassis paint just seems to lay down really nice. You lay down about 2 or 3 coats, and you know, even if you were a little heavy on one side versus the other, it just always lays down nice and flat, so it works out really well, you know. So that's the paint we used. Everything else came out really nice. Again, all the AC stuff is removed. We got our little filter on there. You know, it's not perfect, but you know, it's better than it was. All we got left to do now is we gotta just detail it. We're gonna, you know, wipe it down, put some detailer on it, some tire shine, and she'll be ready for Cars and Coffee in the morning. So check out our next video. That'll be on the Cars and Coffee. There is going to be an autocross event. There's going to be a bunch of exotics there. So I'll do a walk around. I got my drone. If they let me fly a drone, I'll do that. So make sure you check out that video. The Cars and Coffee is early in the morning, so I'll try to get that video up as soon as that show is over. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. Again, we're making a strong effort to upload more videos this year, and I know I said we were staying away from the large shows. I don't know how big this Cars and Coffee is going to be, but I'll make sure that we stay covered up, and you know, keep our distance and whatnot, and do our best to give you guys some coverage of the show, you know, without getting ourselves into any trouble. So again, thanks for watching. Check out the next video, which will be the Cars and Coffee video. Thanks.